You're watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry ChillyBoy Chilson, and this is my review for No Hard Feelings. Now, before we get into this review, make sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so that you can chill with me on each and every one of my latest videos. No Hard Feelings is a 2023 comedy directed by Greg Stupnitsky. The film focuses on a woman who is on the brink of losing her childhood home, becoming desperate to get the money needed to save the house. She goes to drastic measures, agreeing to date a wealthy couple's introverted and kind of awkward 19-year-old son and help him break out of his shell before he goes to college in exchange for a car. The film stars Jennifer Lawrence, Andrew Barth Feldman, and Matthew Broderick. So, No Hard Feelings gave fans and movie lovers alike a chance to see the film at early access showings nearly a week before its official release. And when I saw it pop up on the calendar, I grabbed my tickets because I've actually been looking forward to this film. I thought the trailers were funny, they had like a nice endearing quality to them, and it's been a while since we've seen Jennifer Lawrence in a starring role like this. And I need some J Law in my life. What can I say? But comedy for me is the dodgiest of the genres. It is very hit or miss. And I have some sort of off type of sense of humor, if we're being honest, because I usually don't find the films everybody else raves and hollers about very funny. And I find other films people think are terrible to be quite funny. So take it all as you will. But particularly when we're getting into raunchy comedies like this, I always go in with some trepidation. Thankfully, No Hard Feelings was a delight. I had so much fun with this film. So let's go ahead and talk about the positives first. Well, we got to kick it off with our two leads. Jennifer Lawrence is fantastic in this film. If you wondered why she became this overnight huge sensation that pretty much took over Hollywood, she demonstrates it here yet again. She is a star. She is so charming. She's so funny and a great actress all in one. This is probably the funniest role she's ever had, and she delivers it with ease and charisma, but without sacrificing the emotional integrity and core of who her character actually is. Honestly, her character was a lot more likable and endearing than I imagined from those trailers. She actually brings a ton of heart to the film. Andrew Barth Feldman is also really funny in this one. He gets to play the straight man to Jennifer Lawrence's crazy over the top comedy, and he definitely provides some great laughs. And that's it. That's the bottom line when it comes to judging a comedy. Is it funny? And here, the answer was a resounding yes. I laughed consistently throughout the film, and there were a few jokes that really got me good. This type of humor is right up my lane. We have body humor and physical comedy. Jennifer Lawrence is all in, fully committed to that. We have snarky type of jokes, sexual jokes, and something I wasn't really anticipating, jokes aimed literally right at me and Gen Z. As a millennial that's pretty much in the exact same age range as Jennifer Lawrence, them playing on her being old was a slap in the face, first of all, but also quite funny because if you are a millennial or older in the internet world, yeah, Gen Z likes to call us old a lot. They like to remind us that we're not the hip, cool kids anymore any chance they get. So seeing that put to screen here, seeing her disconnect as a 32-year-old woman with 20-year-old and 19-year-old was really entertaining for me and relatable. So I think if you're in our age range, you're gonna have a good time. But also, yeah, you might feel a little bit old leaving the theater. But it also has a heart, as I said. Obviously, you can't just have raunchy, over the top humor and a premise that really teeters on moral boundaries without having the proper heart, and it shines through here. All of our characters are endearing and likable. You understand where they're coming from, you understand their points of view. And although what Maddie's doing is deceitful, you're still rooting for her the entire time. So then, what doesn't work so well when it comes to No Hard Feelings? So while I do think it's an overall really well-rounded comedy, I do have to say I don't love where Jennifer Lawrence's character concludes the film. Now, it's not to say that it's not an okay ending. Nothing is egregiously bad with the way this film ends. I just don't quite understand her character arc and what the message was behind her character's growth and final path in the film. We actually set up a different message that I was enjoying a lot more and found more relatable, honestly, with her character and gentrification and being local as a local to Denver, a city that has gotten a lot of outside folks moving here. But that message doesn't really ring true to the end, and I was a bit confused as to what really was the purpose of her story's conclusion. What was the message that we were supposed to get out of it? Because it definitely was a message there, but I was a little bit confounded on why we took that path. And, well, Gen Z, prepare yourselves maybe, because I do think the film overall does sit on a questionable line when it comes to that morality. It very heavily harkens back to the late 90s and early 2000s, those type of raunchy comedy setups. This has more heart than something like He's All That, which is just deception, but it still leaves you in a weird place, particularly as we're talking about taking people's virginities, getting people to fall in love with you and all of these things. It's morally gray. I think they do a good job of balancing that, but just putting that out there that if that type of content is not for you, be prepared. And of course, the plot itself is very by the numbers. It actually follows a pretty standard rom-com formula here. So you're not getting anything new when it comes to story structure or story beats. It plays right by the beats you anticipate heading into the film. And I will say the third act emotional moments could have had more weight if we developed how our characters were feeling after revelations happen, after certain emotional beats take place. I feel like we kind of brush over all of that fairly quickly without delving into how these characters are actually feeling, hearing these truths thrown at them or hearing the other person's opinion brought up. And we don't really get that. Otherwise, I had a great time with No Hard Feelings. It delivered exactly what I wanted from those trailers. I laughed a lot. I thought it was cute, it's endearing, and a lot more relatable than I had gone in anticipating. A funny summer movie, then No Hard Feelings is the perfect flick to hit. Then No Hard Feelings is a perfect watch to head to the theater for. So that is my review for No Hard Feelings. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see No Hard Feelings, or did you also hit up one of these early access showings? Let me know all of your thoughts, either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.